reason number 33 to get a Nissan. The cold. Because winter isn't done with us yet. Good thing the 2026 Nissan Rogue was built to conquer all conditions. With intelligent all-wheel drive, standard heated front seats, heated steering wheel, and heated mirrors, you can leave the worst of winter out in the cold. Lease the 2026 Nissan Rogue S starting at 0.4% for up to 36 months. Includes a 0.5% loyalty rebate for qualifying Nissan customers. Until March 2nd on approved credit. Conditions apply. Details at Nissan.
Political Intrigue Day on the Elias Macko Show. Keep it locked here to CJD 11:30. We're going to take it live. Mayor Valerie Plante, she's going to announce, sources have told CTV News, it's the real deal here. She's going to announce she will not run again. When that happens, you will hear it live on CJAD. Now we begin this hour with our eyes on Ottawa. Today is big old Liberal Caucus Revolt Day. This is the day, and that's why the eyes are on Ottawa. What's going to happen as the Liberal Caucus meets? With that in mind, let's bring in Tasha Kheiriddin, writer, commentator. You can read her words in the National Post and her Substack. Hi, Tasha. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, Elias.
How much popcorn has been made today, and what are you expecting?
You know what? I have to write about it, so I'm not eating. I don't eat when I write. Waiting to see. They're behind closed doors now, and I've heard rumors. People have been sending me emails saying, "I hear this, I hear that." One was interesting, where apparently, according to a good source, the Liberals have canceled 2 big events tonight. Don't know what those were, but internal stuff.
One of them was there was a Dominic LeBlanc event that was canceled.
Is that the one?
Yeah, okay. That one was canceled, and then tomorrow is now like a blackout day for everyone except for the PMO, right?
That's what I was exactly. It's a blackout, communications blackout for all the departments. So you have the same source as I do, obviously. This is, the implication is something big is going to be announced. Could it be prorogation? Could it be resignation? Maybe it's Valerie Plante. I don't know. Maybe that's it now. Maybe Trudeau's going to run for mayor. I don't know. Yeah. I'm joking. But something's going down, as they say, and we'll see.
Okay, so let's talk about the ways that Justin Trudeau has been trying to hang on to the gig, to hang on to his role as prime minister. You wrote about the dramatic allegations we had from Justin Trudeau in the foreign interference inquiry last week. That could have been a way to continue to play politics to hang on to power. Let's talk about that aspect. How is Justin Trudeau handling these clear attempts to get him to leave?
Well, he's been trying to hang on to power through a variety of things. Like the classic is, if the opposition's attacking you, tear down the opposition. I think he's realized at this point that it's not about how much we love Justin Trudeau, because you can't, as I say, once the ick has set in, you can't reverse the ick. You cannot reverse the ick. And the ick has set in for so many Canadians. They look at him and they're like, no, I can't. I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. So I think then the only way, of course, to get back the person you love is to destroy their new significant other, and that would be the Conservatives. So how do you tear them down? So he made these allegations about spies among us, the foreign interference piece, to say that they're not doing their job. Poilievre's not doing his job to clear spies out of his party, wherever they may be. So that didn't seem to work. It got kicked back at him, and I don't think Canadians are paying enough attention to foreign interference, unfortunately, for this to be the litmus test. He tried, though. He did try. I think he's waiting for the U.S. election, because, again, it's like, don't you hate the other guy more than me? In this case, Donald Trump would be, it's like, oh, you need a foil for Donald Trump. That would be me. It won't be Poilievre. It'll be, a liberal progressive. So you got to hang on to me. So he's waiting for that. Problem is that deadline falls after the Bloc deadline of October 28th. The U.S. election is the 5th of November.
Yes.
So for him to put his cards there, it's tricky, because theoretically the government could fall before that if the Bloc engineers a confidence vote. So, that's a bit of a gamble, but he's got that card to play too.
And the other thing is, he seemingly has a tremendous amount of support. Justin Trudeau still has support. Obviously Mark Miller, the wedding party guy who just happens to be the most qualified person for every role in cabinet, you heard him yesterday. He said all of this was garbage. The people in his caucus, in the Liberal caucus, doing this, it's garbage to waste time on it. So he has some support.
He's his friend, too. Mark Miller and Trudeau go way back, right?
Yeah.
There are quite a few people who are supporting Trudeau in cabinet, too. Cabinet solidarity, of course, you're not going to see that break. It's in nobody's interest, even if they're running, even if they've organized, like, Mélanie Joly is rumored to have a whole team ready and Champagne people as well. So, but you're not going to say it because A, your cabinet, you have to be loyal, and B, it will torpedo your chances because there are some people like Miller who, probably legitimately are still loyal to the Prime Minister. And if you want them to support you after, if he resigns, you don't want to piss them off now.
Yeah.
So that's the thinking there.
Let me read you this. Marika Walsh, Globe and Mail reporter, says frustrated Liberal supporters are calling for a secret ballot vote on whether Trudeau should remain leader. Okay. So
I do.
But the question is, what's your inkling, right? If all of the caucus members, right, every single Liberal MP could have a secret ballot, what do you think that vote would look like?
I don't know, because right now it seems only, they say 30 have signed this alleged letter that we haven't seen, that we don't know what it says. Okay, so that's great. That's, 30 out of their entire caucus, which is, that's not even, I don't know what percent that is. It's not even 20% of the people there. Yeah. So really, I think if they had a secret vote, first of all, they might be afraid that it wouldn't be secret.
Yeah.
And so they may not say what they exactly feel. I really don't know how it would go. And it's not up to them. See, this is the thing. The Liberal Party doesn't have that mechanism. The Conservatives put it in. It's one that exists in Great Britain. We know that. They routinely turf their leaders based on the MPs and how they feel about them. But the Liberals don't have that.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't even matter. Like, it can't make a difference. It would just be more signs of disgruntlement.
Let's talk about the Sharks here, smelling the blood in the water, okay? So Mark Carney, Christy Clark, Mélanie Joly, François-Philippe Champagne. What's your take on those people that are seemingly behind the scenes gunning for the leadership?
Well, I think all of them have strengths and weaknesses, and Dominic LeBlanc is another I would add to that. It's a name that I was given yesterday, and I sort of heard that one before too. But as somebody who's seen as a potential leader, the biggest weakness, of course, for those who are in caucus is that they're in caucus. They're part of this government. Yeah. They wear the Trudeau legacy. They advance the Trudeau legacy. So it's hard to be a change maker when you've been, making things happen that people don't want anymore. So it's going to be a change election. So I think the Liberals have to consider outsiders, and that would be people like Carney, people like Clark. Clark is interesting because she was a federal Liberal before she was a provincial Liberal. She was actually a John Turner supporter, I found out this week. A John Turner supporter way back in the day. And she also worked for Chrétien's government as a staffer, and she was active in the Martin days as well. So she is someone who has federal Liberal roots. She has connections, and I think people don't realize that about her. So there are a lot of people from that era that apparently are excited by her candidacy.
She's an old school. She's an old school Liberal.
She's an old school, but she's more of a centrist. She's she's a Westerner. She's got a lot to bring to the table. She's a woman. Like there's a lot of things about her that people apparently are getting excited that I'm hearing. And then there's Carney, who of course has incredible economic bona fides. You may not agree with his views, but he has. I mean, the man is super smart. He has run two national banks.
I get that, but I find him, Tasha, I find him so boring. Let me workshop something with you. I'm going to workshop something with you right now, Tasha Kheiriddin, and I'm also going behind the glass to Jay Farrar, who's our technical producer on the show, because I've had this idea in my brain that's been bouncing back and forth. Every time I hear a Mark Carney clip, it's so boring that I don't even want to play it. So I've been thinking, instead of playing Mark Carney, I'm going to play clips of Jim Varney, the actor from the 80s. Oh, I see you said who, so it's not going to work. You know the guy who did the Ernest movies? Ernest Goes to...
Oh my God, that guy.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, Jim Varney is way more exciting than Mark Carney, and maybe nobody will notice the difference if I play old clips from Ernest movies. I'm workshopping this, Tasha. It may sound far-fetched and stupid.
You're desperate there, but sure. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I've heard Carney speak. I've heard him speak extremely well in interviews. I've heard him giving speeches that were exciting. I've seen him speeches that fell flat. I've seen he's.
You have seen him exciting though.
He's not been consistent in terms of how he delivers on communications. I think he would use some coaching because he's not been a politician. He's not been, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's been essentially like a CEO, basically, of the banks, and he's also been, working at the UN and doing all sorts of high-profile things, but places that people didn't really challenge him and stick a mic in his face and say, "I hate you."
Yeah, no, that's it. That's it. And the other question I have is he a Trudeau liberal or is he an old school liberal? That's the other question that I've got, right?
He's not a Trudeau liberal,
Uh-huh.
but he's closer to a Morneau liberal, but he's very strong on climate change and green initiatives, and that's where the conservatives are already going. They're calling him carbon tax party. Right?
Tasha, we got to run. You're the best.
Okay.
Thanks for coming on.
Bye.